Sigma. Get and Sigma all the day.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
You two, let me know if you're ready and we'll head out. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene for the second trial against Mr. Albedo. Jean will once again foresee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Miss Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, the captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time. Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Hanselman male, 46 years old, marital status single, occupation hunter. Consistent with the conclusion in the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. The damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hasselman. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment. Who better than individuals whose disappearance would go unnoticed? In other words, he sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act. In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh?
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward, but the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk. And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place. If I hadn't wanted to talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do.
I see. Just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. The court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi!
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidence on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
The evidence we found in Albedo's office. The following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Albedo's office, the most important of which is this map. This map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description in the letter and the locations of the crime scene. Does this map belong to you? Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered that compartment, I might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
What I always have. I never killed a single person. Oh.
You have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you've presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
Perhaps not, but patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Albedo seems serious, but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? He mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it must have something to do with Dragonspine. Which reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map that we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you are the one who uncovered the notes, then. Right then. I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Can you tell us what you found? You nod your head and gave an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in the hole was gone, and the surrounding area bore the markings of an unknown creature. With everything covered in snow, no one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? The second marked location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Duluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Duluc described the same Albedo... According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to Mondstadt citizens, and the first marked location is near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single man as she... Ah. What? Okay. Most people know Albedo as an alchemist and the captain of the investigation team. But in truth, he's the Paralogism, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo has never displayed any ill will toward humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. That would only make things worse for him. Dragonspine has a frigid climate and is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature, Durin. Although the dragon has been dead for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court, if I may. I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that, after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the 3rd scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the 3rd location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the 3rd location. And the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect. Unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to the traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit it. Let the record reflect that the defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the 3rd location marked on the map.
Actually, the traveler Amber Bennett and I were with Albedo that day. The Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty on all counts. Those innocent people, their blood is on your hands. You deny it? After admitting to murder for the whole court to hear? You've clearly lost your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height with blonde hair and blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So someone who happens to look exactly like you. So I was right, it does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the codes to be the same?
What's going on?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless, the important thing is that
Yes, I killed someone that day, someone who looked nearly identical to me, but I never said that someone was a person. I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
Everyone!
Wait, you...
The person who just...
What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you too.
As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want is justice for the people.
Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Dvalin, defeated Durin in battle, and with help from Barbados, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter on Dragonspine was a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some kind of... the homunculus? Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine.
So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation has overstayed its welcome.
Master Jean, what are you waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the albedo in this room of being an imposter. How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real albedo long ago.
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body. The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
I'd like to hear Miles' answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
No, my head. It hurts.
The scar is right here.
Bye, see you. Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your information in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. A powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will. Yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings what the hell? Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt to transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You cannot control it, because in this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm. Ugh! Have it your way. Whoa!
Come on, let's go.
Whoa.
Hey, they're shooting!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand
There are
in her
others
way.
trying to get in. Must be more people under her control!
Time to get moving, everyone.
Whoa! She's just leaving.
After her!
What the hell? It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past 2 days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, the events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Indeed, follow me.
What? How are there monsters in the city?
There are all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent, but fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Jern's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. So we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first stop?
The top of the city wall.
Master Jean, headquarters should be secure for now. We responded in time and had enough manpower. We can even spare some for mobile support across the region.
Good. Our intel suggests that the monsters from Dragonspine could be disguised as Mondstadt citizens, so be sure to exercise caution. Oh, and my divination revealed there are also regular people under the influence of some strange power. Not all of them are monsters. Yes, so for those people, the aim is to subdue, not harm. Before you attack, make sure to figure out who you're dealing with.
Understood.
Captain Albedo, honorary knight, and your floating companion.
Some of the people around here are acting strange. Be careful.
By royal decree!
No rest for...
This may hurt a little. Yeah, sharing my knowledge.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
All eyes on me. Committed to memory. Yeah. I summon go as one. Here. Grow. Yeah. Odds reveal thyself.
Thanks for the help. I don't think we could have managed that on our own.
I hope everyone's alright. We really appreciate the help.
Slay Queen. Hi Shreya, how are you? Shoot, someone's coming. Help me! Please, help me!
What's up to freak out? It's just us!
I'm good. Perfect, I can drop the act. Sorry, I thought you were regular citizens. It's about time. I think we can proceed as planned. I agree. Although, it's been a while since I dealt with something this big. It's going to be pretty exhausting. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a drink for your trouble. Haha, that's just what I wanted to hear.
So, these two know the other's identity then?
No, she doesn't. He looks the same. Eh? Monsters started surging in from Dragonspine during the trial. They soon became agitated, likely in response to the core coming under pressure. Does she look different? I'm confused. Still, I never expected those monsters to have become this advanced. The power of evolution could not be underestimated, especially considering the fact that Jiren absorbed the previous imposter.
Wait, so what about the map? And the missing bodies?
What the witness saw was true. I did hide those bodies. As I monitored the situation on Dragonspine, I noticed that many who ventured there came back different. Some were under the influence of Durin's power, but the less fortunate ones had already been devoured by monsters, who then assumed their appearance to infiltrate the city. Most of those who were replaced had no close relatives, so when their behavior changed, there was no one to notice. The monsters used their disguise to get close to people. I eliminated 2 who attempted to attack.
What about the remains Diluc found? Did they belong to one of the victims?
Yes, the monsters slowly digested their victims. Ugh. Sometimes they even left behind body parts to aid the transformation. All that remained of the first victim was a few strands of hair, and the second some teeth and bone. The bodies Albedo destroyed were the monster's mimic forms. Then he buried whatever remained of the victims to put them to rest. Someone had to do it. Besides, I managed to gather some valuable data on the putrefaction of the bodies. After we defeated that doppelganger Whopper Flower on Dragonspine, we promised to tell each other a story, remember? You told me the story of a gardener, I remember. I'm glad. Then you remember what I told you about Subject 2. In his pursuit to replace Subject 1, he transformed a Whopper Flower into Subject 3. So there was another imposter on Dragonspine that day. Yes, that would be Subject 2. I confronted him and buried his body on Dragonspine. So you see, at one point, there was something hidden in that hole you found. But Jiren is becoming more revitalized by the day. Under the influence of his power, the monsters dug up Subject 2's body and returned it to Durin's stomach. Durin absorbed the failed creation, along with his knowledge and way of thinking. Ever since then, all creatures spawned from his power had the ability to transform their appearance. Humans who venture into Dragonspine for too long are also bound to fall under Durin's influence, but those effects don't show themselves right away, and the extent to which a person has been affected is hard to perceive. You saw it yourself, didn't you? All the people acting strange, those are the same people who just tried to break into the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Durin's power remained dormant with them until it finally surged to the surface and seized control. That was also our goal. If we could force a situation where the imposter had no choice but to unleash that power, all those under its influence would become violent, and thus we would know who was affected.
Wait, so what do? We can't go around hurting innocent people!
That's why I'm here. It would make me look bad if I just lazed around after promising to help. We will use the power of Animo to restrain them for now. That should give the Knights the chance to subdue them without harm. A specialized team will deal with them later. Alright, that's the long and short of the situation. It's time to activate that thing, right? Yes. So, if there are little secrets other people shouldn't know, my identity for example, keep it to yourself, okay? Alright, this should do it.
Wind currents? Paimon's never seen this many!
There should now be wind currents across the whole city. Everyone, can you hear me? It's just I read a lot, so I'm gonna have that streamer voice. You gotta... Loud and clear. All units, what's your status?
All good. We have enough manpower to provide support. Requesting assistance at the side gate. Heading over now.
Whoa! It's long-distance wind communication! How is that even possible?
It's all thanks to Lord Barbados. With his blessing, we will succeed in defending our city. Actually, if you face away from the current and whisper like this, no one can hear you.
No wonder you're crouching down there like you have something to hide.
You didn't have to broadcast that.
Huh? That voice? Venti? Is that you?
Oops.
Oh, you know, just a wandering bard calling for help. Thank goodness, traveler. Paimon and Albedo found me. Got me out of a tough spot, huh? Ah, right. Now that you're okay, we should check on the status of the other areas. Thanks, friend. May the Animo Archon protect you. I try my best. I gotta give it a little flair. I've got things covered here. I'm international, guys. I'm international. Is it glitched? What's going on? Oh, okay. I don't like being in the middle like this, especially on a bridge. Oh, look who it is. Doing so much reading. This is not even a game. This is an audiobook. This is an audiobook. Phew, that was a close one. I suppose thanks are in order, Master Diluc. I appreciate the help. No need. I didn't intervene to save you. It was for my own convenience. You were in the way. Oh, well, let me get out of your hair then. I suppose we could work together. But you would just mount my eyes anyways. Shut up. Suit yourself. Haha, alright. Oh, what was that? Oh god, I don't even know. Alright, tell me, when did you notice something was off? The first trial. Ah, because of the because of the fake Hertha. No, because of you. Me? What did I do? My defense wasn't passionate enough. No, you weren't nervous enough. Tell me then, Master Diluc, when do you think I will actually get nervous? I suppose we'll see, won't we? Monsters incoming. Hey, on second thought, best not to think about it. Bro. Ugh.
Time for retribution!
Don't get frostbite.
Cool it! Burn!
Alright, I wasn't made for this, okay?
Dodge this!
Just made to play games. Don't...
This moment will be frozen in time.
Don't judge me.
Freeze!
This counts as bullying, by the way.
Oh, so sorry. Dodge this!
Burn!
Burn.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time.
Time for retribution!
Cool it!
Alright.
They're over there! Do you Kara?
Alright. Alright. If you had time to make it out here, I'm guessing the other areas are secure.
What? We can't be here because we care?
Maintaining control over the main road means maintaining control over the battle as a whole. As a whole, you made the right choice.
Over here?
All under control, don't worry. My trusty civilian volunteer and I have this area covered. I think you mean the man who held the title of cavalry captain before you. We don't have to bring it up. Well, keep up the good work. We'll go check on the status of the other locations. Good luck. Oh, and I wanted to thank you for what you said in court. If I'm not mistaken, you were by my side. You were on my side by the end. Haha, believe me, he's had his suspicions since the first trial. I suppose it just didn't feel right to believe that someone who helped me in the past could be a cold-blooded killer.
Aw, that's so sweet!
Thank you for trusting me and choosing to fight alongside us. As for you, Kaya, good work as always. Of course, stay safe. Oh, so much reading. Oh my god, look, it's Shreya. This is what she does. Hold on.
Let's dance!
Whee! She better have a voice. No! 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 Alright! You should... you should be on the mend!
Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Things are still quite chaotic outside. It's best if you all remain inside the cathedral for now.
You're not rushing back out to the front line, are you? You're still injured. Actually, wait, hold on. Let me get you on call. Let me get you on speaker and you'll do the voice. You'll do the voice. Because I can't. Okay. Oh. I was gonna get copyrighted. Okay. Alright. Shreya. Okay. Hello. Are you gonna do your part, Shreya?
I'll be the Barbara. Wait, let me turn up this. Okay. You're not rushing back out to the front lines, are you? You're still injured.
Don't worry, Miss Barbara. I'll try not to put myself in harm's way. I can help with logistics from the back.
This is great.
Well, maybe we can give you a hand.
As you said, the situation outside is chaotic. Injured parties should not be left unattended. There are others here who need to get back to the front lines, so I'll escort you all myself.
Of course. Thank you, Miss Rosaria.
Just doing my job. I'll leave the cathedral to you then, Barbara.
You can count on me.
This is so funny. Okay.
I don't really know how all this started, but I do know that Jean and the others have been preparing for this for a really long time, so I think it will be alright. No, it has to be.
Did I catch you at a bad time, Barbara?
Yes, you did. No, not at all. Did you need something?
I just wanted to tell you that over the next few days, a lot of things are going to happen in Mondstadt. Attacks and fighting, so I need you to take care of yourself.
Huh? How do you know?
Albedo warned us in advance. It has something to do with Dragonspine, and he's our authority on that region, so we should take him at his word.
In advance. Dragonspine? Huh? So, the city is gonna be in danger?
Yes, but the Knights of Favonius will do whatever we can to protect the people.
But then, who will protect you?
Don't worry, I'll look out for myself, I promise.
We love Jean. Please let them be okay out there.
Sister Barbara! Oh wait. Sister Barbara! Could you lend me a hand?
Ah, of course, coming.
There you go. I think that's it. I think that's all Barbara has
You're
to do.
so welcome.
We did it very well done.
I'll continue watching.
Alright, bye! They're here! Prepare for battle! On guard, everyone. Incoming monsters at 11 o'clock. Looks like we've got 25 hilichurls. 25 hilichurls. I can't say that. Oh, fucking hell. 2 blazing axe hilichurls. And a bunch of different slimes. Don't ask. Prepare elemental countermeasures. Roger that. You got to see my friend do voice acting. She's great. They're giving me the bad characters. This is horrendous.
Final warning! Fighting cover fire!
No escape!
Wee.
I won't let you down!
Let's keep going, team! Engaging!
Get it! That's cheating!
Oh, should I go or?
That's cheating!
Final warning!
Get
All units are now in position.
Hertha! Oh, jeez, your voice scared me just now.
What? Still caught up in the imposter incident? I thought you knew about the plan.
Well, after you up and disappeared one day, all Master Gene told me was that you'd be gone for a while on an important mission, and that it'd be better if people thought you were dead. And then, what do you know? Someone who looks exactly like you appears out of nowhere 2 days later. If Master Gene hadn't told me about your mission, I would have fallen for it hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that's a scary thought. I get chills just thinking about it. A monster replacing someone close to you, and you're none the wiser. Don't worry, once this is over, these monsters won't be a threat to us again. Albedo, are you okay? The trial wasn't too hard on you, was it? I'm sorry I couldn't be there. I was so worried. Same here. I thought it was all real at one point. I was in complete shock. So you didn't know, Amber? Then Eula did an excellent job at keeping the situation under wraps. And no need to worry, you two. I'm no worse for wear. That sounds like Eula, alright. She's like an impenetrable wall, that one. You're not getting a secret out of her.
Yeah, for sure! She's someone you can really count on!
Wait, so how did you decide Hertha should disappear again? After all this fighting, I can't seem to get it straight.
It was Kaya's suggestion. He said the plan would work best with someone well known and reputable, without being too high profile. Naturally, Miss Hertha was the perfect choice. We needed to leave a hole in our organization, so she came up with the idea that she would disappear. So that explains the rumor that someone had fallen during a mission. Of course, it didn't take long for that to get resolved. Because the imposter fell right through into our trap. Because the imposter fell right into our trap, it was all part of the plan. First, we spread the rumor that Hertha was missing in action after some kind of incident. The news came from Kaya and Hertha's direct subordinates, which was important because we needed it to be credible. The imposter saw the gap in our ranks and couldn't help but take the bait. It didn't take long for the fake Hertha to appear on the night's patrol route, claiming to have survived her mission.
When did
Over 6 months ago.
Whoa, so this is...
Yes, and our enemy was more meticulous than we expected. Monsters have been searching for Hertha's body in order to protect the imposter's identity, which is a more advanced way of thinking than Subject 2. So we had to wait long enough to convince fake Hertha that she had our trust. Furthermore, we needed to give her time to gather evidence against me and convince herself she had enough to strike.
But how did the Knight's internal information even reach Durin and his monsters?
There's an informant.
Don't worry, Barbados already tracked her down. She doesn't have his blessing, so she can't hear what we're talking about right now.
Honestly, this whole situation almost gave Paimon a heart attack. All those awful accusations in the first trial, and you couldn't even defend yourself!
It was to be expected. I couldn't just reveal the truth. It had to be at the right moment, or it would have given the imposter even more fuel to use against me. She would have demanded to know how I knew about Dragonspine and the monsters in disguise, and if my true identity got out, the public's trust in me would be gone. It was a trap, you see. Argue back and expose my origins, or keep my mouth shut and be seen as a murderer. Credit where credit is due. It was all well thought out.
Yeah, thank goodness we were able to back her into a corner.
Indeed, and I have you to thank for that, Traveler. You probably don't know it, but you've been part of the plan since the beginning. And for that, you have my sincere apologies. I know I kept you in the dark, but I had a reason. This might not sound intuitive, but I did it to make the plan even stronger. From the beginning, I knew I had to leave the letters in my office for a fair and independent reader to discover, someone willing to seek the truth. Naturally, I thought of you. I knew you would return to Windbloom. I knew you would agree to attend the trial. And I knew your sense of responsibility and justice as an honorary knight would compel you to start your own investigation. The fake Hertha, Subject 2, has met you on Dragonspine before. If she thought even you had lost faith in me, her confidence might get the best of her. The perfect time for us to strike. Albedo's right. You were part of our plan from the start. I hope you don't take offense. at our decision to keep that from you. Please don't be too hard on Albedo. He was just doing his best to look out for Mondstadt. Enough people were involved in the plan as it was. We had no other choice. The Honorary Knight and Paimon will always be friends of Mondstadt. We will never forget that.
Aww, that means a lot.
It is us who should be thanking you, Honorary Knight.
Wait, was that you just now? Let's go to the side gate to check it out.
Where do you want me to go? Oh, okay.
It's all my fault. I knew Klee was fast, but disappearing like this? I only lost sight of her for 1 second. How am I going to explain this to Albedo?
Who does better voice acting, Shreya or the official ones? Because I personally vote for Shreya.
Explain what?
Albedo! Traveler! Paimon! What brings you here?
We're providing mobile support across the region. Was there something you needed to explain? You can tell me anything. I hope you know that.
Yeah! Plus, we kinda already heard what you said, so...
Klee, she disappeared right under my nose. I'm sorry. I'm doing all I can to find her.
I see. Please don't beat yourself up. Klee is...
Wait! Something's coming this way!
Alright, fighting first, conversation later.
She was right next to me, and the next thing I knew, she ran off somewhere. I swear I only lost sight of her for a second.
Coming to be! Burst forth! Moments of birth! Coming to...
Bombs. I see what you mean. She was not to be underestimated.
Feel this ancient power. This!
Great work, Klee. I'll be counting on you to protect Eula next time.
Albedo, you can't be serious.
No problem. Just leave it to Klee. Are you going on patrol, Mr. Albedo? Klee heard you went camping for a few days, and these monsters followed you home.
I sound like a demon from hell.
Camping. Ah, right. The truth isn't suitable for little ears.
That's right. So I need to report back to Master Jean to settle my expenses. If you have some time, I'm sure Eula would be grateful if you escorted her back to headquarters as well.
Of course. I place myself in your capable hands, Sparkna.
Hee hee, it would be an honor. Klee will do her best.
That should be it for now. Good work, everyone. How did we fare injury-wise? Oh, I need Shreya. I'm gonna call her again. We can't not.
I'm officially Barbara now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do this on all my streams. I'm so sorry.
Getting hired now. Okay, wait, let me see.
I pay you in exposure. You see?
That's true. That's true. Okay, wait, let's read. Good. Our preparations paid off. Injuries are few and far between. I have full record here.
Wonderful. I'll review it in a bit.
We're back!
I think that might be it. We don't know. Everyone alright?
Amber?
Yep, right as rain.
We're back! Klee kept Miss Eula safe the whole way.
That's amazing, Klee. Eula was lucky to have you. Looks like we're still missing a few. Reporting back, Master Jean. Mission complete. Good to have you back safe and sound. And great work, everyone. This operation could not have happened without you all. Your leadership is what made it possible, Master Jean. It's been a busy few days. You should take a well-deserved break. I will, but I believe you deserve one most of all. My work isn't finished, I'm afraid. I have a few loose ends to tie up. Loose ends? Ah, yes, of course. We can talk about it back at headquarters. Traveler and Paimon should be there too. Alright, everyone who has finished their work should head back to their quarters or to the church to get some rest. Wanna come with us, Klee? We can drink some tea and eat some freshly baked moon pies.
Yes, yes!
Alright, well, I guess that's it for you, Shreya. How do you feel? Alright, bye!
Bye-bye.
You get paid for that. Oh, it's gone. You get paid for the hour, Shreya. I know you're watching the stream anyways. Alright, bye. Hi everyone. Venti, thank you for everything. I know there were difficult moments along the way. Oh, well, wait, does that mean you saw me running for my life? Oh no, apologies. Just forgot I said anything. Haha, just kidding. But you're right, it was tough out there. I almost lost my hat to the wind several times. Any notable information on the wind? Of course, I was out on the city wall for quite some time. I heard all sorts of things. As for something notable, I picked up on anxious voices and a child's anger. Durin has been isolated for centuries, but absorbing subjects to emotions allowed him to understand certain truths about this world and his existence, including the fact that he's no longer Mother's only child, or her most perfect creation. It's obvious he found that difficult to accept. The emotions he felt in response were quite genuine, and I dare say human. If I eliminate the perfect creation, I will be the only child Mother needs. This mindset arose out of Durin's instinct to compete and survive, and came to dominate all those around him. Of course, the absorption of Subject 2's knowledge allowed him to take a more intelligent approach, accusing me of murder. In the end, however, Durin still lacks sufficient social intelligence. The fact that his army even got this far is a miracle.
Oh, no wonder Venti sensed the child's anger through the wind.
That same feeling is close. Miss Phonia, here to make your report.
Nothing much to report, actually.
Is that so? During the battle, we were talking about your transfer to the 7th Company. You were in charge of patrols and post-battle reconnaissance this time. How did everything go?
Good. No problems.
I see. If you don't mind me asking, why did you come from that direction, and why are you alone? Did you think we were still meeting at the side gate? There was a change of plans. We sent the message over the wind in the last few minutes of the battle. There are a lot of changes during the operation, but I imagine you missed those as well, because you're under Durin's influence, and you have been since your trip to Dragonspine over 6 months ago. Don't worry. Let's continue this discussion back at headquarters. Don't be scared. I'll figure out a way to free you from his power soon. Alright, the others are looking after Phonia. Please tell me you can help her. I can, as long as the rest of the operation goes well.
Wait, the operation isn't over. What do we do now?
What happens next is more of a personal project. I've consulted Fenty about the possibility of calling a tripartite... How do you spell? How do you say that? How do you say that? Oh.
Tripartite.
Tripartite. Yes, exactly. Ah, yes, that's a relatively new tradition. Grandmaster Varka came up with the idea a few years ago. I still remember when he approached me about asking the lovely ladies of the Herkenzirkel for a small favor. The chumminess caught me off guard. If I hadn't known any different, I'd have thought he was talking about his older sisters or something.
Older sisters? Is Varka really young or something?
I wouldn't exactly call him young, but he's not old either. He's the type to crack a joke at every opportunity, whatever his age that is. Indeed. Anyway, the Tripartite Conference is a gathering of three parties: the Herkenzirkel, the Animo Archon, and the joint forces of the Knights and Church of Favonius. Lord Barbados was able to facilitate a meeting between Barca and the mages. Barca has quite a way with words, so he was able to gain their favor and convince them to agree to a very important request, namely that in Mondstadt's greatest time of need, the mages would return and lend their aid to our nation. Yes, and now I have a request of my own, so I need the conference to convene it once again. Venti, if you would. Of course. Traveler, pass me the Dodo communication device.
You're gonna use that thing to call them?
Hehe, just watch and learn. Okay, I think this should do it.
What's that ringing? Is it the wind or something?
Hold on, that's not the right voice.
Wait, Barbados?
Varka? Grandmaster? Oops, I put in the wrong number. Sorry, Varka, you're probably busy right now.
But considering I'm surrounded on both sides with a group on my tail looking to turn me into mincemeat, yeah, I'd say so.
Yes, well, have fun with that. We can talk some other time.
Alright, pass along my regards. Oh, and I still owe you for those drinks, don't I? Just take it from my stash. I keep it in...
Hey! He was just about to tell us where to find his secret stash!
That seems like a bit much.
Hello? Who is this?
Greetings, Miss Alice. It's Venti.
Venti? No, it doesn't ring a bell.
You're really gonna tease me like this? Fine, it's Barbados.
Apologies, just a bit of fun. What can I do for you, dear Barbados?
You still remember the Tripartite Conference, right? I'm calling on behalf of a friend. He's asking for a meeting.
Oh? And which brave soul is it this time?
It's me, Aunt Alice. Albedo, captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team, requests a formal meeting with the Herkenzirkel.
And what is your wish, dear Albedo?
I want to accomplish something unprecedented.
How unprecedented? Something even your mother Rhine-daughter never accomplished?
In terms of technique, no. But in terms of location and materials, yes.
Okay, that makes no sense.
You've piqued my interest. I'll be right there.
Be right where? Here? As in this office?
Hello again, everyone.
Ah, Aunt Alice, I see you've turned yourself into a giant Dodoko.
Darling, isn't it? It even has its own hat.
Wow.
Pleasure to see you all again. It's been a while. On behalf of the Hexen Circle,
I'm guessing you still need to prepare? Take your time. Just come find me at the long table when you're ready.
Aw, that's nice of you.
I suppose it's just my nature, darling.
Thank you, Aunt Alice. Before we set out, there's someone you need to meet. Head to my office. He's waiting for you there.
Thank you for completing.
Hey, have you ever wondered why Albedo always keeps his office closed? Paimon bets there's a secret snack stash hidden around here some...
Hey, not so loud.
Mini-Turn! What are you doing here?
Oh, I feel like Shreya should also be this dragon. Hold on, Shreya. This is like a... It's like a stage play. It's like... immersive. Shreya. Shreya, you're gonna be the dragon as well.
I'm gonna be the dragon? Okay. What's up? Well, actually... I've kind of been keeping you guys in secret this whole time. I've tried tapping Paimon in the shoulder during battle, but you guys floated away too fast. Yeah, I've been in Mondstadt for a few days now, but I've kept myself out of sight. I thought people might be scared of me.
Oh, don't worry! We aren't scared of you.
Thanks.
So, what brings you here? Oh, is it Windbloom? There are a ton of fun games this time of year.
I did sneak off to the festival for a bit, even though I couldn't play the game because of all the people. I still had a lot of fun. But that's not why I'm here. Alberta and I made a promise to accomplish great things together.
What do you mean?
gonna replace Durian on Dragonspine. I'm gonna be the one who is revived and brought into this world.
Wait, didn't that already happen? You left the storybook world, and now you're here.
Sorry, I should be more specific. Alberto said he can use alchemy to turn me into a human.
Oh, you're definitely gonna be a main character, Shreya. I'm gonna call you every single stream.
What?
You're gonna be
main character vibe.
You're gonna be the dragon.
Yeah, he's been working on it for a long time.
And that's what you want, Mini Durian? To become human?
I don't know if want is the right word. I don't even know if there is a right answer to a situation like this. But I do know this. I have just as much right to this name. I don't want to lose it to other Durians. Oh. I know Alberto talked to me about that. He said Durian on Dragonspine is a lot more aggressive and primitive. Almost like a beast. Jesus. The mom created me in a storybook. The pure parts of me can balance out the evil parts of him.
Slay. Oh god, this is so long. I'm so sorry.
If I'm honest, I don't know what that will look like. If I can still be me once I become one with that part of him.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Maybe without a complete soul, there was never really a me to begin with. Alberto said these kinds of questions are normal. We're all just trying to figure out who we are.
Oh, what the hell?
But I'm not afraid of change. I want my life to have meaning, and suppressing an evil dragon becoming human sounds pretty meaningful to me. So don't worry, no one is forcing me to take this choice.
Well, turning you into a human sounds like a huge project. No wonder Albedo wants to get the mage's approval.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to him. We're all kind of in the same boat, you know? Alberto told me he's the something, a synthetic human, and if this works, I'll be one too. We will be the only two of our kind in the whole world. Alchemical creations allowed to live in the human form.
Oh god. Do you want me to do it? And do you want me to do the rest?
Go ahead!
Alright. Thank you.
No problem.
If all living things are grouped together by species, and there's only one other person like me in this world, I guess that makes us family.
Definitely! You've just gotta trust one another! Actually, while we're on the subject, does your friend Haka know about this?
Yeah, I told him I was coming here to fulfill this, duty. He didn't try to stop me, he just told me to get a move on then. He didn't say it outright, but I think he supports my decision. Maybe he even thinks it's a good idea to go through with this. I'm a little scared, of course, but excited too. Anyway, I'm really glad I got to talk to you at a time like this. I feel a lot better now, so thanks.
Welcome, one and all. Please sit where.
So, no unspoken rules to be aware of. I don't want to unwittingly park myself down on some important lady's chair.
I highly doubt anyone's going to mind where you sit, Lord Barbados. But thank you for being so considerate. Jean didn't fancy tagging along?
A lot happened in the city today. If she left, there would be no one around to lead the Knights of Avonius.
All right, never mind. I was just hoping to treat her to some tea. So, tell me, Albedo, what is this outrageous and audacious plan of yours that I've been hearing murmurings about?
I'll get right to the point. I intend to kill the evil Durin in Dragonspire.
Oh?
And I'd also like some alchemical radiance from the Hesen Circle.
Which ones? I'm all ear.
First would be the flesh of that immortal monster from the Mare Jabari.
Interesting. What else?
The other is a portion of the embryo left by my mother, Rhindaughter.
Ah, the raw material from which she created her monsters in the past. There's not much of it left. Dragon blood, monster flesh, and embryo. Sounds to me like a formula for creating life.
Correct. Durin's heart has continued to beat ever since the day he died. That means it's just a matter of time before he eventually returns. It could be centuries away, or millennia, but the day will come. I spent years investigating in Dragonspine, so I'm well aware of the danger he poses. He already posed a considerable threat to Mondstadt, at less than half of his original strength. There's no telling how dire the consequences could be if he ever regained his full life force. Hence, if we want to be free of the dangers posed by his blood and limitless vitality, you must find a way to eliminate Durin entirely. Unfortunately, Durin is a special entity. Even after death, he could reawaken at any moment. The solution is to kill him and then resurrect him in a different form. Upon resurrection, he will no longer be the creature he once was. In fact, he will no longer be a monster at all, because I intend to transform him into a human-like being. During the summer, Klee and I visited a fairy tale world called SIGMAAA. It was created by mages from the Hesen Circle, so I'm sure you know of it.
Of course! It was even the home of one of M's children, the other
It was during that journey that I learned with certainty that Durin would return to life one day. The experience inspired me. I met the pure soul M had created, and I knew if I wanted to change Durin's fate, he could be the key. To that end, I devised an alchemical model for the transmutation. The soul will come from the fairy tale dragon of SIGMAAA, the blood from the original dragon's heart, and the monster remnants from the Mare Jabari and the embryo mother left behind will form the flesh. The corrosive nature of the dragon venom and the heightened vitality of the monster remnants will offset each other, keeping the constructed body in perfect balance. A powerful side effect can be triggered when festering forces and life energy collide. In an alchemical setting, the results are sure to be nothing short of outstanding.
The glint in your eye when you talk about these ideas. You really are your mother's child.
Do you see that as a bad thing, Aunt Alice?
Of course not. To me, you're both extraordinary individuals. I find you fascinating, in any case. Now I see why you asked Venti for help. The raw materials you seek are extremely valuable. The misuse of even the tiniest amount could cause unimaginable chaos. That said, We're happy to give you what you need. But there is one condition. You need to prove you can wield them. And so, you must pass the Hexen Circle's trial.
I understand. I figured something like this might happen. That's why I asked the Traveler to come along. Haha, I can think of no better partner for such an endeavor.
So you know our tricks, huh?
Aunt Alice has always loved a spectacle. Any chance to witness friends come together to support one another.
Well, success means little if you have no one to celebrate it with. No, although I'm afraid, dear Pod, the Hexen Circle trials are no walk in the park, my dear. Besides, there's only room for 2 participants, I'm afraid. No more, no less. You understand, don't you, Paimon? Oh, don't be too angry with your dear aunt.
Okay, you can turn off the charm. Paimon will stay behind.
Thank you for being so understanding. Then, whenever you two are ready.
Then let me make a formal request. Will you go through this trial with me?
Then, my dear children, get ready for a taste of the Dodo King's magic.
For real. What the hell? It's certainly in keeping with Hexen Circle modalities. We've been shrunken down to chess piece size.
Whoa, you're so tiny!
What is it? Nothing, it's just Paimon's voice is even louder than usual now that I'm this size. She's always so energetic and lively, nothing can dampen her spirits. Don't worry, you'll be back with her again.
You sound pretty confident, Albedo.
Aunt Alice, I didn't realize you'd be personally conducting this trial.
Well, since your mother has to recuse herself, who better than I to put your abilities to the test? I have prepared quite a riveting new performance just for you two. See? Defeat them in battle. Prove to me that you have what it takes to achieve your goal. Swashbuckle your way to victory like gallant fairy tale heroes.
Alright.
Go as one!
Barbados, guide us.
Positions!
Moment of birth! Coming to be!
What is far too slow? Ramming speed!
Feel this ancient power!
What the hell?
Live! No rest for the wicked.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Witness my great undertaking!
Sound the room! This dance is for you! By royal decree! Committed to memory!
Moment of birth!
I'm you can't get me up here.
Witness my great undertaking!
Committed to memory! Yes! The Temple of Wisdom!
Feel this ancient power!
To present a united front. Let's
Committed to memory! Here!
Coming to be! Witness my great undertaking!
This may hurt a little.
Oh, it had to be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me.
This one doesn't seem like Alice.
Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
You okay?
Only by turning the world on its head can we see its true colors. So, it begs the question, what do you see on the other side of this chessboard? Pawns earned true freedom the moment they gained legs with which to fly. So, in the spirit of Rheindotters, I prepared a little surprise for you. No need to thank me, of course. Just a small gesture of kindness from me, Paralogism.
This calls for some pomp and ceremony.
Oh, Albedo, you're always so charming and delightful. Like my own student, she can be so full of herself. I do
feel this ancient power. Feel this ancient power.
I don't have.
As you wish, mein Fräulein. Moment of birth.
Let us dance, my dear.
Coming to be.
Try to remember the steps this time.
Whoa. Oops! I thought
my royal decree! All my strength! Yeah!
Moment of birth!
I don't understand.
Coming to be!
And now, a towering return!
Moment of birth!
Positions
coming to be. Feel this ancient power.
Let us dance, my dear.
Try to remember the steps this time.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Coming to be.
I thought I had memorized.
Moment of birth.
The stage is yours, my queen.
I shall take the spotlight once more.
Okay, I gotta kill you.
Witness my great undertaking.
The curtain.
Oh, okay, thank God.
Yes, very well done.
Oh, they've grown up so fast. I'm so proud.
Really? Well then, I'll leave you to debrief the...
Huh? You're leaving already?
You did marvelously today. I'm thrilled for both of you. And should you feel the need to gloat profusely to that student of mine so she knows to up her game, be my guest. Lovely tea party. But that'll do me for now. Until next time, my dearies.
You're just going to up and leave? Barbie, you'll have to forgive Barbara, love. She's always on the move, and she never says where she's going either. I think she enjoys the mystique. But if I had to guess, she's probably going for a walk. She's a very health-conscious individual. Barbie was satisfied with your victory, and so am I. Congratulations to you both. You can come back now. Oh, whoops. I need to turn you back to normal first, don't...
You're finally back! Great job! You made it all look so easy!
Nice to have you back safe and sound. Now,
Thank you. Once you've rested up, let me know when you're free, and we'll head to
To
Dragonspire.
deal with the dragon of Dragonspine, right?
Indeed, the sooner we deal with Durin, the better. I might leave that for next time. I don't know how long. I don't know how long that is, though. Let's take a little break, though. All right. Let's go.
Yep, this place is as freezing as ever. Paimon's hands are turning to ice. You sure? Is it warm in there?
We arrived. Sorry, Paimon. I have to get to work now.
Still beating away after all this time.
Leave it to me. You two stay on guard.
May Paimon ask a question?
You may.
Who is Durin to you? Do you think of him as one of your kind? And is he a dragon, person, animal, or monster?
From an alchemical perspective, we're both artificial creations, but biologically speaking, we have no relation whatsoever. So to say we are kin would be categorically incorrect.
Sounds like you prefer humans to dragons then.
It's not so much a matter of preference. Rather, as things stand, I would say I belong to the class of human, albeit a unique category thereof. But then again, most forms of life in this world possess some unique traits. I am perhaps the most unique among humans, in that I'm the only one of my kind, but soon there will be another just like me, assuming this alchemical project proves successful. I believe Mini Durin already told you of his intent to replace the Durin of Dragonspine. After my conversation with him, he also expressed a strong interest in becoming human. It's a fascinating prospect, not to mention an extremely challenging one, but I understand why he came to that decision. Well, understood in the broadest sense, this project deals with both the past and the future, and it stands to profoundly impact many lives. That primarily is what makes it worthwhile. Helping Mini Durin become who he wants to be is a secondary consideration, though still a meaningful one. By contrast, my personal motivations are nothing so grand and meaningful. I'm just pursuing something I believe in. In my view, to cultivate life, which the world cannot generate endogenously, is to cultivate the world itself. Whatever aids life in attaining a greater level of perfection improves the world by doing so. It is not a question of whether this ought to be done or not, merely whether I wish to. The alchemical enterprise is concerned with deciphering and not comprehending all forms of knowledge. That is the path I walk. Of course, that's not to say that this is just a science experiment to me. Anything that affects Mondstadt, I approach first and foremost as a member of the Knights of Avonius. Does that answer your question satisfactorily? Finished.
Looks like a golden energy has encased the dragon's heart!
The whole heart would be too big. I don't need that much. Instead, I've just removed the core. The rest will soon lose its vitality completely. This time, Durin's body should finally die for good.
Wait, but in that case, what's gonna happen to...
The Knights will keep an eye on them, but as far as I'm concerned, eliminating Durin's influence on the citizenry and creating a new Durin through alchemy are one and the same thing. Armed with this heart, I will be able to complete the alchemical array and deal with all these issues in one go. Let's call it a day here. Thank you for the conversation.
We sure learned a lot.
Mondstadt's a lively place during the Windbloom Festival. You should take a look around and pick out some nice souvenirs for yourselves.
Oh yeah, the festival! Wonder who the Windbloom star is gonna be this time. Well, we've been too busy dealing with this situation the entire time. Who else would be free to work during the Windbloom Festival?
I'm sure we'll find out on the day of.
The Windbloom Festival is about to begin! Let's go check it out!
No rest for the wicked.
Mondstadt welcomes you. Welcome to Mondstadt.
As you all know, during this year's Windbloom Festival, the people of Mondstadt have banded together to defeat several waves of monsters that tried to invade our city. Accordingly, we would like to award the title of Windbloom Star to someone who made an outstanding contribution to the defense operation. This is someone who may not look like a strong warrior, but whose keen insights have played a vital role in gaining control over the conflict. His words and songs always have a way of lifting people's spirits, and they were a great support to us all. Let's give a round of applause to this year's Windbloom Star, Venti the Bard.
Yeah!
Huh? No way. You're really gonna pick me? Why not? You're the perfect person for the job. Alright. Does that mean I get unlimited free drinks at the tavern? I'm sure they'll be more than happy to support this year's Windbloom Star. If you'd like, you can even take a drink while you give your acceptance speech to the crowd. Aha, in that case, let me swap out the speech for a song. Everyone, the best bard in the land is about to begin his performance, so don't go away, gather around and lend me your ears. Hereby exercise the prayer of formation. water, raining fire, fortifying wind. Traverse the 18th, worldly, and 20th passage. Emergent soul, enter the mortal realm. Elevate festering flesh into sacred blood and bone. O sages, witness my grand plan.
Albedo, how did everything go?
Very smoothly, I'd say. We achieved our goal.
Really? So Mini Drain looks like a human now?
Correct. However, his newly formed body is still stabilizing. We should give him some time. Incredible work, Albedo. I graciously accept the compliment. It really is rather remarkable what we've accomplished.
So, how do you feel right now?
Quite good. I did what I set out to do and achieved a personal goal. I think even she would have made a rare facial expression had she seen it.
She?
My master and mother, Gold Rhine-daughter. A long time ago she sent me to Mondstadt with the instruction to complete a task of monumental importance, to find the truth of the world. I had a theory about what she meant, and in time I was able to corroborate it. Sure enough, finding the truth of the world basically stood for getting a life. That might be easy for most people, but for someone like me, it meant doing a lot of learning about a lot of things. I had to find out about myself and the world around me, get to know me and get to know other people. Life is the space that exists between me and the world. To become truly human, I had to inhabit that space. So, for an artificial human, finding a life is, in some sense...
So that's what she meant, huh? Well, no wonder those monsters wanted to infiltrate the city and replace you. They wanted your life for themselves!
So, for an artificial human, finding a life, in some sense, equivalent to finding the truth of the world. Being alive is just existing, but having a life is what makes you truly human. I think that's the message she wanted to get across to me. Still, I found this whole series of events has given me new inspiration. Becoming human is only the beginning. What follows is the choices a human has to make in life, as well as the kinds of family bonds they will form. Most people would probably see the events of the last few days as something out of a nightmare, but for me, it's just part of my family life. I fear that the carefree existence my brother has enjoyed this far will now come to an end. Just like me, he will have to step into the world and face the same constraints as everyone else.
You've got an unusual family, that's for sure.
Well, I suppose we get it from our mother. She's highly unusual. There are all kinds of families in the world. Some base their life around the family store, others around the barn. In my family, I suppose we tend to the flower beds, and now I'm a gardener too. As long as you feel like you've gained something from the experience. Master never showed her face, but if the Herzen Circle knows what I've done, that means she knows as well and gave her approval. Since devouring Naboris, it would seem she has finally found a modicum of peace. And if so, then I am truly happy for her. She didn't always have a penchant for madness, you know.
Devouring Nabarius? What's Nabarius?
It's the name of the ruler of life.
What?
Aunt Alice told me about it not too long ago, but it came as no surprise. I knew Master would do it sooner or later. As for the ruler of life, all I truly know is this. Nabarius is not gone. Instead, because of Master's actions, she and Nabarius are now one. In any case, thank you so much for your help during this ordeal, and for choosing to stand by my side through it all.
Of course, that's what friends are for.
Hearing you say that means more than I can say. I'll make sure to pass along the sentiment when I report back to Master Chief.
Oh, so you're heading back to headquarters? Well, good luck with the report!
Thank you. I'll get going.
Wow, this Wind Bloom Festival turned out to be a special one. It feels like we really made a difference. Oh, I almost forgot! If the Wind Bloom star has already been chosen, what is this year's Wind Bloom gonna be?
Wanna take a guess?
Venti! You're back!
Well, I couldn't keep my two dear friends in the dark about this year's Wind Bloom, now could I? What do you think of the Cecilia? It's quite fitting. The true feelings of the prodigal son, a sentiment as sweet and warm as a gentle spring breeze, perfect for the season. Traveler, give me your hand. The mages are very pleased that you and Albedo managed to pass their trial. Albedo received the materials he sought, so you deserve something in return as well. The Hidden Circle wants you to have this. It contains something entirely one of a kind, a secret of sorts. When the time is right, it will reveal itself to you, so no need to open it right away.
Wow! A gift and a mystery all in one! The mages sure love their secrets, huh?
According to the sender, you are probably the person who could make use of something like this, so I suppose it belongs to you. Ah well, all I did was deliver it. Although I did go to great lengths during this whole ordeal, I suppose a reward for my efforts wouldn't be out of the question.
You've helped a lot, Venti. How about we treat you to a drink?
Really, I'll hold you to that, you know. No but going back on your word.
Of course, Dad! Let's go to the tavern right now!
Haha, music to my ears. I'm so happy I could fly. It's like this festival was made for me or something. When no love remains for the songs to tell, the world becomes naught but an empty shell. Cruel is said, fate, cruel it may be, were it not for a hero who could set us all free. Through shadows so cold, he sought wisdom untold, chasing a fragrance the wind only knows. Thus wistfulness waned and faded into night as he stepped from the darkness and into the light. Alright. Alright, that's it then. I can't believe it. We did 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 it. Yeah. Alright, next time, I don't know when next time will be, honestly. For Genshin, I don't know. But, next stream will be Portal, we'll be finishing Portal, and then Portal 2, and then Persona 3 Reload. Alright, thank you so much, and yeah.